Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So forgive me, I think it's been about a week plus since I uploaded my last video for you guys. But as many of you know, we are in the middle of moving out to Washington State. So really just within the next couple days, we plan on hitting the road to make our voyage out there towards Seattle. But really I wanted to showcase for the final time out here in Wyoming, the trifecta that we have at the moment. The Land Cruiser Heritage Edition, of course, and the Shelby GT350R and the Raptor. It's a pretty good looking combo, if I say so myself. However, would some of you even believe it? I know this is going to shock you guys completely, but I have lined up to buy another vehicle. So another vehicle, I've already put a deposit on it, and that is going to be coming in the near-ish future. So I'll let you guys guess as to what that could be. I'll let you guys kind of fight over that. And of course, some of you get really bent out of shape when I get a new vehicle. I'll let you, the people who get bent out of shape, get it bent out of shape. And for those of you who support the Untamed channel here, look forward to your positive comments. So really in this video, I wanted to showcase the plan of which we plan to embark on the 1,400 mile journey. I forget how much it is. Out there to Washington State. So as many of you guys know, we have pups. We have a couple dogs. They will be in the back of the Land Cruiser here. So we're going to have both of them. Hopefully it's not too windy at the moment. Both of them here in the back of this. My wife will be driving the Land Cruiser. And really that's going to be the bulk of it. So the wife, the kiddos, and the pups are going to be in a Land Cruiser here. And you know, what better time to have the peace of mind that you're going to be A, in a very reliable rig, and B, a very safe, it's a tank, I would argue, vehicle, knowing that all of the precious ones in your life are all crammed into the thing for that 1,300 mile journey. So you know what, it's worth the price tag knowing that you got your loved ones taken care of and safe. So they're all going to be crammed in that. The Shelby will have just a few of our suitcases in it. Of course, you know, not much trunk space in this, as you guys know, but we'll have a couple of them in there just to utilize it the best we can. And then this is going to be the very interesting part, and I will share what this looks like with you guys as I get it loaded up. The Raptor is going to haul the Shelby, right? So the Raptor is going to be trying to pull this thing here. So this is a 22-foot long TopHat trailer, which I purchased. And, you know, I started looking into, but I'm going to answer the question before it's even asked. I know some of you may ask it. I could have rented like a janky U-Haul, whatever, trailer, car hauler. And even then, I only got one quote, admittedly. It didn't call around a ton, to be honest. But the quote that I got was extremely high. It just felt high. And instead of spending, you know, $600 to rent a trailer to drive across, you know, from Wyoming to Washington for a few days, I figured I might as well just invest that amount of money into a trailer and then, you know, utilize it. Maybe use it when we move from Washington come that time. Or, you know, possibly just even sell it for what I paid for it, you know, after one use. So as a used one here, this is a 2019, like I said, 22-foot long TopHat trailer. I'll show that. I'll tell you what, that's when I know I'm about that dad life, is when now I'm like starting to eyeball trailers. I'm like looking at them like, oh, that's a good one. That's a nice one. So I'm becoming that guy. So I have fully evolved into dad life. So pretty nice shape. I mean, the gentleman who had it before me, he bought it new in 2019. And really, you know, he didn't get too much use of it. He liked to take his Jeeps out to the dunes and stuff like that. But he mounted these guys up to it, which I was pretty happy to see that. Still got to figure out how I'm going to mount up the Shelby to this thing and actually make it look good. So he added those onto it. As you see, they're on that side too, of course. He ended up doing a kind of a Line-X finish for this, and it looks like he did a really good job. So I like how that turned out. The tires have a whole lot of life left on it, at least, you know, surface value. Sorry guys, I'm like showcasing a trailer. I know that's not why you watch my channel, but at any rate, I just want to kind of show you what I'm working with here. And if you guys have any tips or tricks, you know, when it comes to loading successfully a low profile vehicle, let me know. So obviously this will pivot downward, and then this will rest on the ground, of course. I'm not going to do it here with one hand, but it will still be too much of an incline for the Shelby. And I'll go show you and remind you guys how low that front lip sits. So I'll likely have to remove that lip from the Shelby. But this little, I think it's only a 2 foot long dovetail here, obviously helps out a little bit because it just brings it down. So now the approach angle is a little bit lower. So I will show you guys what that ends up looking like come that time. And obviously used, but just a cover here for the spare. So I'll do a real quick video as we're underway to Washington to kind of show you what that looks like and how much the Raptor squats. It's going to squat a lot. I'm sure it's going to look pretty comical if we're being honest, but you know, it's not like I'm going to be doing this a whole lot. And if it can make it, you know, 1,300 miles with minimal headache, I'm all about it. So this is where I know I might get at least a dozen comments saying, oh, I bet you wish you had the Tundra. I'm gonna get that, and I'm expecting that. And absolutely the Tundra would have been a little more ideal for this chore here for sure. So yeah, I'm curious how much it's gonna squat down, but the trick is, if I understand it correctly, is you want it the whole trailer to be level, totally level the best you can. So I do have a couple different variations here, not just this set here, but I have a couple other hitches, some that, you know, come down a little bit. I think there's two others that came with it, but it allows me to kind of be a little flexible with the ride height. So I will likely have to put the Shelby kind of in the middle here, well, middle rear, maybe the back 2/3 of it here, and I think that'll work best. But like I said, I'm definitely amateur status when it comes to this. So if you guys have any tips or tricks, definitely let me know. One small little purchase I did with the Raptor here was this guy here. Nothing really to flex about, but it was, I think, it became a necessity really. Look at how much baggage we have that we're taking home. You know, obviously the movers came and they took, you know, 95% plus of our stuff, but that 5% that we're going to live off of until we can actually get the stuff delivered at a new location is going to be going in here. And of course we want to do that while keeping it dry. So we just got that one. Nowhere near as cool as the backflip that was on the Tundra. But at any rate, let me show you, remind you rather, of how low this Shelby sits. So a little bit bigger than my fist here. So it is still extremely low, and I will be very impressed if I'm able to figure out a way using, you know, 2x4s, you know, whatever I need to use to try to make it work. I'll be really surprised if I'm able to do it without removing this lip here, but we'll see how that goes. And of course, I'll let you guys know what that looks like. As for the actual movement of the Shelby, I'm going to be doing that classic, even though it looks super tacky, I'm doing that classic painter's tape bra. I'm going to be doing that. So I think I'm just going to do it probably halfway up the hood here, including the fenders, just all blue painter's tape up here. Debating on putting on the windshield. Tell me what you guys would do in this circumstance. Definitely don't want to put on the car cover that came with it, even though it's a real snug, tight fit. It'll be flapping in the wind, and when it flaps in the wind, you're going to be making tiny little micro scratches all over the vehicle. So I'm definitely going to not do that. But like I said, I am toying with a few options here. But as of right now, I'm just going to be doing the painter's tape plan. hopefully that works out just fine. But yeah, so there you have it, guys. That is the pseudo battle plan here. It is going to be interesting for sure, but I will be sure to share that journey with you. And I'm sure it'll work out, but it'll be a unique story, I'm sure. But at any rate, just want to kind of update you guys with where we're at with our move and go from there. Let me know if you guys have any questions, or of course, any tips or tricks or advice is much appreciated. Till next time.